The summer stocking of walleye for North Dakota is wrapped up, and joining us with the details is biologist Doug Leier with the North Dakota Game and Fish Department. Thanks for coming in today.
You're welcome.
Everyone always likes to talk about more walleye being in our lakes. So how did this year's stocking go?
You know, it went really well considering, our short-term memory forgets how long winter held on. And spring was really slow to arrive, which had some kind of yellow flags up for our fisheries biologists, because when you have a late ice out, it can kind of impact the spawn of the walleye and the northern pike to an extent as well. So we're a little bit concerned going into it when we get to backside of July. All things considered, I think our stocking effort in North Dakota for walleye, it went pretty good. I mean, understand that North Dakota and Minnesota, there's a difference. In Minnesota, you're talking about a lot of natural lakes. In North Dakota, you talk about a lot of reservoirs. So there's a fundamental difference between North Dakota and Minnesota, Lisa.
How many lakes are we talking about, and how many fish are we talking about?
Yeah, we stocked about 10 million fingerlings across about 140 different lakes in North Dakota. So it was down a couple million from last year. And understand that when we talk about stocking fingerlings, this is not something like trout where you're going to be stocking them and catching them this year. In some lakes or reservoirs where you have different growth rates, different amount of forage, you can see some pretty significant growth in a matter of a couple, maybe 3 years. So the stocking is more of a long-term situation versus like a short-term fix, what anglers might be looking for in maybe something that experienced some winter kill. But we've got some pretty good news, and when you look at places like Devil's Lake and Lake Sakakawea, we still have some natural reproduction, and the stocking can be more about maybe injecting a few more fish into a system. It's not it's not something that a place like Devil's Lake or Lake Sakakawea is as dependent as maybe some of the smaller lakes that we have, Lisa.
And before you go, what are you hearing as far as fishing reports from people?
Well, when we get to this time of year, the fishing sometimes is better than the catching. The catching maybe tends to slow down just a little bit, but I think sometimes we get a little bit spoiled, and we have to realize that going out there and enjoying a day on the water, going out there fishing, maybe the catching slows down a little bit, but we still got some really good reports, and it should continue to be really strong going deep into summer, Lisa.
Yeah, we're still in July. A lot of fishing season left.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you, Doug.
You're welcome.